Hey the internet, this is Locke. Hooray for video number 50 for MMORPG.com. I went to EGX last weekend. The Nintendo bit was really fun, the Sony bit was really boring, and the Xbox bit was mostly obnoxious yelling into microphones. Loads of indie stuff too. I'll be talking about some of the games I tried there over the next few weeks for sure. Not much in the way of an MMO presence. The closest were probably Elite Dangerous and The Division, two more games in a growing list of MMO-ish games. I got to play The Division for a little bit after queuing for a very long time. It looks like it might be alright if they can avoid the standard AAA nonsense, but it is Ubisoft, so expect a lot of nonsense. It's coming out in March next year on PS4, Xbox One, PC. It's a massive game from a massive company with a massive name and Tom Clancy attached to it. Expect massive marketing and to be generally sick of hearing about it by March. In a similar way to Destiny, the game is basically an MMO without wanting to admit it's an MMO. Although while Destiny feels like it's working from the post-World of Warcraft playbook, The Division has taken a bit of a skip and a jump down a path that console shooters have been on for a good while. We've been talking about RPG-like elements in these big games for so long. Then, you know, they go open world, they're persistent, always on multiplayer, and there may well be a clear line that you have to cross to be considered officially an MMORPG, and if that line exists, it must be somewhere close to here, surely. While The Division isn't what you'd call a full-on RPG if you're a purist, it does take cues from all sorts of genres, including RPGs, and genres that have previously taken their cues from RPGs, including newer ones like the DayZ-style survival games, and it just sort of mashes them all together into something that looks like it might be really refreshing for the AAA space. In terms of risk-taking, I don't think it can be overstated how out there this is for a project of this scale. And it's easy to sit in an overpriced gaming chair like this one and talk about how the industry needs more innovation, but it's a lot harder to take those steps when thousands of people are feeding their families with the money being made from the safe bets. So, The Division is still using familiar models, you can see what it is, but it is hard to pin down something that it's exactly like, which is an exciting prospect to me. You may think that that's sad. I think it's great. One thing, however, that does take the shine off for me personally is the cancellation of the companion app, which looked to be a really fantastic precedent to set for a game of this scale. From consoles to smartphones, the possibilities are only just being explored when it comes to cross-platform in the sort of post-smartphone industry. Once a game has a really big hit with it, I think it will just become totally the norm. The Division was meant to have a companion app that allowed you to play in the persistent world, the same persistent world as everyone playing on console or PC, but on a tablet, and it looked amazing. And now it won't have that, and it's a damn shame. The official reason was that it created an imbalance in competitive play, which seems to me like a problem that would be incredibly easy just to make go away, but then what the hell do I know? It will be interesting to see how sticky and social that the game is designed to be. Are we as players expected to play this game for multiple years? Will we see lots of expansion style DLCs? Is the game designed to be played like a hobby? At the moment, I can't really tell, but I suspect we'll be hearing more about post-launch plans soon, and that'll give us a better indication, and probably some news about awful microtransactions to get all mad about. If you're like me and you find the mix of survival-style possibility space and RPG-ish persistence in a social multiplayer game interesting, then you could be the target for this game. You might enjoy this game, but is it for us? Is it meant for MMO enthusiasts? Well, almost certainly not. A game of this size really needs a mainstream sized audience, but that's not a reason for us to give it a miss either. The reason this game exists is because of the success of the persistent social multiplayer model, which is the very same reason MMOs exist. And maybe if you're one of those people, and I know there's a lot of you out there that are burnt out on the more traditional MMO models right now, this might make a good palate cleanser before that next, quote, real MMO launch. And yeah, it's alright. You shoot stuff, you run around New York. I should have mentioned all of this at the start, forget about it. Do let us know in the comments below if you think that the Division, deserves or needs to be talked about alongside other MMOs. Do you think I'm a terrible person for being interested in it for the same reasons that I'm interested in MMOs in general? Do let us know in the comments below. Give this video a like if you think the broadening spectrum of the MMO medium is a topic worth discussing, and do subscribe to the channel for many wonderful things from fabulous people, and I will see you again real soon. Yay for 50. Bye!
Make sure to level up your MMO knowledge by visiting MMORPG.com, subscribing to our YouTube channel, and by following us on social media. To catch up on the week's biggest MMO news, watch our latest MMO FTW. And to see if there's a better MMO out there for you, watch one of our latest First Impressions videos. Thanks for watching.